Alaska is known as the last frontier. So what do you call the northernmost point of the last frontier? The very end of the world. This is Utqiagvik, more commonly known as Barrow.
Par la rivière.
It's the beginning of February and it's currently minus 29 degrees. But the locals tell me that it's actually quite mild for the time of year. They've also told me to be vigilant because polar bears have been spotted on the sea ice over there. Yes, to an outsider, this is a very harsh and forbidding landscape. But to the Inupiat, this is home and has been for hundreds of years.
Barrow sits 330 miles north of the Arctic Circle. Although not connected to any other settlements by road, it is the administrative centre of the North Slope Borough, a vast area of tundra with just a handful of traditional villages and a population of around 11,000, half of whom live in Barrow. It is a mainly Inupiaq community, with the economy being a mixture of cash and traditional subsistence. The town also benefits from Prudhoe Bay oil money, allowing, for example, the creation of the Unmissable Inupiat Heritage Centre. It's dedicated to preserving Inupiat culture, history and language. For me, what sets this heritage centre apart is that it is telling the story of long-held traditions that are as important today as they were hundreds of years ago. In particular, whaling. Not for profit, but to provide year-round food and resources for the community. You can, of course, obtain modern American food here, but at a price, as almost everything has to be transported to Barrow by plane from Anchorage. Small ships can only dock in the brief summer months. None of them, however, can bring alcohol, the town having been officially dry since 1994. I've been staying at the largest hotel in town, the top of the world. Big breakfasts, very warm rooms, and arty lifts. What more could you want? It's also adjacent to Liliana's Fresh Bake.
When it's this cold, you really do need cake.
Now, the Whale Arch is the most famous symbol of the town, but I'm heading a few kilometres out of town to visit a more dynamic symbol of 21st century Utqiagvik, the Iñupiaq College, the only tribal college in Alaska.
One of the college's mottos is that it is unapologetically Inupiat. Here's Frida to explain what that means.
Not apologizing for being Inupiaq, with the history of everything that happened, embracing who you are and applying the Inupiaq values to our education, to our homes, to our job, and incorporating in everything that we do. And gifting the culture. We have an Innu hour at least twice a month, and we gift the culture to staff, students, and faculty. It could be about whaling, about traditional Christmas games, but making sure that we share the culture with everyone.
And I understand that the college has more plans for expansion.
Yes, we are in the process of doing purchasing a land closer to town and building a new college campus. Because if we build it, they will come.
So first of all, Uvanga Austin Oyaga Luke Bennett Nuk Sakamiu Rurunga. I am Austin Oyaga Luke Bennett, and I come from the native village of Nuxit, which is east of Barrow. This right here, this little handle that I'm working on is a fossilized ivory drum handle, right? And right here is a carving of a face I made for this drum handle. This face itself took me like 3 hours to carve. This campus looks a little weird, but this is because during the 40s to 50s, the United States Navy had decided that they wanted to build a naval base at Point Barrow, which Point Barrow is the old site of this city that we're in right now, right?
What's it like to live in an old Cold War base?
For the most part, though, it's really nice to live here. There's a lot of nice people here, and it's kind of like a home to me.
Yeah, so about 3 weeks ago, we were on Washington Hill, and we got to meet with all the tribal colleges across America. And really, for the first time, Austin, through his many gifts and his passion for his culture, was able to represent the Alaska Natives, specifically the Inupiaq people, through his drumming and singing.
So Austin is now going to show me the student fridge full of foods that are not normally found in your college fridge. These are traditional foods. See?
Alright, so this right here, these bags right, this is whale or bowhead whale. This is the animal that my people hunt traditionally. We've hunted these animals for centuries, and they've been feeding us ever since. And this right here is nigalik or goose. During the warmer times, especially around this time, they hunt geese. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Oh, is this unalik? Oh, yes, this looks like unalik. Okay, so this one right here, this is what we call unalik or boiled muktak. So like we cut this part, it has to be fresh though, like it has to be straight from the whale. But we cut these into about 1 inch, right? And we boil the flesh and the skin for a long time, man. You gotta wait till it surfaces up from the thing. But okay, so let's look at this side though. This right here, we call this okhruk. Okhruk is blubber or whale fat. But this right here though, this is Iñupiaq and Unmissable. So this right here, the black stuff, this is seal meat. And all this stuff goes with it, right? And this oil right here, this is what we call misagak. It's really good with muktak. Like you cut up the muktak and you get the misagak ready.
Oh, what is that?
This right here is sinew. This is the parts that you get from like tendon, like this part right here.
And how do you eat that?
Oh no, you don't eat it.
Oh,
Sinew is like polyester, right? You use it for skin sewing.
of course. That makes more sense.
In this bag right here, there is a pair of hard bottom mucklucks. Mucklucks is how we say boots, basically, or kamik Iñupiaq is how we say boots, right? And this really nice pair of mucklucks. They came from this village called Point Hope or Utqiagvik. This, the black and the white, as you can tell, is calf skin, but this brown and white fur right here, this right here is wolverine fur. And traditionally, these mucklucks, they're made, like the soles here, they are sealskin. So long time ago, when we needed boots to walk around, right, what we do is we hunt seals, right, and we get their skin, and what we do with their skin is we turn them into soles. And this part right here is called crimping. You're able to fold the skin to sort of form the sole of the boot. So this right here is a pair of Inupiaq dance gloves. So whenever we dance, the story goes is you must wear a pair of gloves, otherwise that's seen as disrespectful to the spirits. So basically what these gloves are made of is sealskin. This right here is sealskin, right? And this right here, as you can tell, is leather. But each of these jingles are like important to me. They hold sentimental value because these were all gifts to me. But these two right here, these white ones, these are ivory, just plain ivory. This one right here is baleen, which is, believe it or not, the teeth of a whale, right? And these two, like this one and this one, these right here are caribou hoof. And this one right here is fossilized ivory. And this one though, this one right here is mammoth or mastodon ivory. Whenever you make a pair of dance gloves, they have to be on a tougher skin, so these little jingles right here can make a noise. And whenever you Eskimo dance, you have to bounce your hands to the beat.
Is that right? Tell me what that song is about.
So, long time ago, there's this guy from Utqiagvik or Inupiat, Canada, and he made this song about birds pecking at their tail feather. But from where I'm from, we were a big trading hub back then because we were on a mouth of a river called the Utqiagvik River. And when we got that song, we made it about being itchy. So that's what that song is about.
That is the welcome back Sundance. So, you know, the sun going and then it's out, so you're happy to go for a walk, and then sun again, and you're just happy that the sun is out.
That was absolutely amazing. That was so good, so good. I would really struggle to adapt to the climate here, but it must be possible, because I've met a number of South Sea Islanders here, and the temperature differential between somewhere like Samoa and Tonga and Barrow is incredible. Another surprise that I've had is to find so many people with a heritage going back to Britain and Ireland as a result of the whalers who were here during the mid-19th century. The next surprise was that my camera then stopped working due to the extreme cold. Everything is a challenge here. But with young people like Austin, the future of Inupiat culture is definitely in good hands. And in the coldest of places, I've found the warmest of people.